Alright guys, I'm back. I wanted to do a little bit of a first look kind of deal on a product that I picked up today that I thought was pretty interesting. Now, we were at Walmart a few hours ago, and I happened to see this on the shelf, and it was the only one like it. So I picked it up, and what it is, it's stainless steel Stanley cooker, and handle folds down like this. Got a lid on top. Now this is single ply, so it can be used on a fire. It is not lined. But what I like about it, right off the bat, flip the lid up. I mean, it's got this little handle, flips back and forth so it lays down flat. But I'd like you guys to be able to see these perforations down here, strainer holes, and up top here there's a little vent hole so that when you pour anything liquid out of this to use the lid to strain, it drafts properly. Instead of splashing all over the place, it'll pour smooth, and that's what that vent hole is for. So I really liked that feature right off the bat. Another thing I liked were this contains 2 stackable polypropylene cups, bowls if you want to use them that way. 2 polypropylene containers. Now these containers hold 10 fluid ounces, and on the bottom it's BPA free, and over here it says PP5 with the little triangle. That means this is polypropylene, and it's a good insulator, guys. It is also not going to put anything overly toxic in your food. That's why they got rid of the BPA. It's also very heat resistant, so I could take this off the fire with boiling hot liquid, dump it right into this, reach down and pick this up, and this is not going to get hot enough where it burns my hands from holding it. The container markings on the outside: 8 ounces, 12 ounces, 16, and 20. The container does hold 24 comfortably. Would be up to about this area, maybe just at the top of this rim here. Said the cups are 10 ounces. But another thing I did like about this cup was the fact that the markings for the measurements, the ounces, you guys can see that it's stamped. Since this is single layer, it's stamped on the outside, and it shows through the inside, so that if you were pouring into this cup to be able to measure, you know that line right there, if you can see, you know right here is 20 ounces. You can see the stamp. Now I did really like that too. This handle, you know, it's clean. I've not tested it yet. This is just a first impression, out of the box kind of deal. But this handle, I do like. The way this handle works is you have to depress like a spring. Press the 2 pieces together, and it releases, and it folds up, and the way the metal is bent here causes it to clip up and actually holds the lid on. It doesn't lock into this position, but it takes a little bit to get it to open, so you don't have to worry about this lid. Once this is up here, you don't have to worry about this lid. It's not going anywhere. You know, it's not going to fall off once this handle is in this position. I do really like that. Another thing that I really like is when it's in the down position, you have a catch right here. See if I can get this. Okay, you have a catch right here. Now what this catch does, if this catch happened to be up here, and you go to pick this up out of the fire, especially if you're going to pour or anything like that, you accidentally squeeze these handles together a little too much, and this thing pivots. Okay? Now if you got a hot liquid in here, 24 ounces of boiling water or some such, you don't want that happening. So what you do is you slide this little catch mechanism here to the forward position. And what that does is it holds this handle in the open position, forcing these two pieces into these slots here. Now you cannot squeeze this handle enough to get it to break its position. It won't swivel on you. So, you know, it does have the lock mechanism. I really am a big fan of that. I like that very much as well. Now I got to thinking, the only thing I would have changed on this container would have been that in this configuration, I mean, you've got a hot liquid in here and you want to pour some off, and you could always grab a hold of this right here and you can pour some off. But, you know, you're going to be losing steam here. If it's a hot liquid, you're going to have steam coming out these pore holes and this vent. Now, that could be a little hot. If you got your hand right here, you can still get yourself, at least moderately, a little bit of a steam burn. So what I was thinking, now I've seen this done in other videos, I've seen Dave Canterbury do it. Put this handle back down. After you get it off the fire, flip this back up, let it cool a little bit, and get you a branch. See if I can grab one here real quick. Probably not anything green enough. Well, you'd have to get something green with some spring to it. I don't have anything like that here handy. This is all cedar, and everything that I can reach is pretty dead. But you take you a green tree branch, fold it around this, clamp it on the reverse side, and hold on to it real good. You'd be able to pick this up and pour with it with the lid locked on in this configuration. This lid wouldn't go anywhere on you. Now, I said I haven't used it yet. Another thing though, being how it's a tall container, 24 fluid ounces, but it's tall instead of short and squat. Less surface area exposed to the fire as far as here. So this container may take a little while longer to boil than if you were to use a smaller pot that's shorter but bigger around, because you're going to have more surface area of the bottom of that pot exposed to the fire or to the coals underneath, and that will actually boil water quicker. But guys, this will do the job. This will definitely do the job. It is Stanley, and I kind of worried about, well, maybe, if you get it hot, is it going to warp? Is it going to, anything like that? And apparently, this is guaranteed for life. If it ever did warp or deform in the fire, they will replace it. So, I thought I'd give this a little bit of a test run. I'll put it through its paces a little bit, because, it might turn out to be a really cool product. Just for the wife and I, we get out messing around somewhere. This is plenty big enough to throw something, throw a little soup on, something like that, or coffee, whatever. The 2 cups, that could also function as 2 bowls, whichever the case may be, whatever you might need. But, I could definitely see myself having this in my kit for a 72-hour scenario, I could definitely see myself going out and at least giving this a try. This was, like I said, at Walmart. I found this. You can probably get them online, Amazon, or a dozen other places. Walmart happened to have this one. It was the only one they had in stock. I've never seen them there before, and I couldn't even find a place on the shelf where these had been. So we had them do a price check at the register. This was $14. That is not bad. I mean, it's Stanley. They've been around a long time. They usually make a pretty pretty good quality product. So I'm anxious to see, you know, what it's going to do once I get it on the fire, once I cook on it, you know, things like that. But I thought I'd just make you guys aware of it. It is stainless steel, like I said. You guys, you see these out, you might want to pick one up and do your own testing on it. You know, it might be something that you may end up being glad you bought and glad you made it a part of your kit. You know, I think it has a lot of potential, and I look forward to finding out. Alright guys, that's enough for this one video today. I'm going to get off of here and go get a couple of other things done. I might get out here and get you another one out today before it gets dark on me. But anyways, I thank you for your views. I thank you guys for your comments, and I thank you for your support. And those of you who subscribe to my channel, I thank you very much for your subscriptions, and I'll try to get videos out to you and give you something worthwhile to watch, maybe teach you something, maybe you can teach me something as well. Alright, I'll see you guys on the next video.